I'm going to start just by introducing Joo-Lee, just sharing a bit about her, and then get to share your experiences. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it very, very much. Gorgeous. So Joo-Lee Stock is the founder and dance director at SwingFit Dance. SwingFit is a dance fitness brand that spreads joy of dance to women across the nation and the world. It's got a beautiful mission. Absolutely stunning. Welcome, darling Joo-Lee. And Joo-Lee was a client inside of the Living Abundance Mastermind and did some beautiful, beautiful work. And we reconnected again recently. And what was so amazing was to witness the work, like the groundwork that you did through our time together, and to see how it's still feeding you and fueling you. And this is the thing that, again, our kind of short-term thinking doesn't always like. We want the fast food, fast action, fast results now. But actually, the riches of this work is the foundations and the seeds that we plant that keep feeding our life, which Joo-Lee is the beautiful living, breathing example of. So thank you for coming and sharing your story. I would love you to tell us just a little bit about where were you at before we started working together? Can you remember? Can you cast back to that time?
Yes, I can. Hello, everybody. I kept a notebook throughout the mastermind program. So I do remember because I was very chaotic. Being a creative person, I wanted to do everything. And there were projects that were totally unprofitable, and I kept hanging on to them because I didn't dare let them go. I wanted to do everything. I thought I could do everything. So I was overstretched. So that's where the scarcity really kicked in. So when I really wanted was to feel abundant, but I was chaotic. I thought I was organized, but then there's only so much I can do. So working with Lara made me realize about the concept of capacity. It's about releasing and letting go of some stuff that's no longer serving me in order for me to be able to then fill with other stuff that fulfills me.
Beautiful. And do you remember, would you like to share what it was that you wanted to manifest when you joined the mastermind? What your kind of
Yes,
intention?
I've got my notebook because sometimes you think, have I got this thing that I wanted? What did I want? Well, I wanted 10 things. I wanted more health, more time. I wanted more clarity. I wanted more confidence. I wanted more purpose. But most of all, I wanted more space in my life. I was doing so much that I didn't have space. So it kind of manifested in my physical space. So my physical space was chaotic. So I had papers everywhere. I had, a very untidy office, so that didn't help me to think clearly. And I wanted more money. I wanted to be more connected with my inner guidance, and I didn't know what that was. I thought there were just voices in my head. Which voice should I hear? Which voice shouldn't I? And I read Lara's book, Money Manifestation, and I think I read it 3 times. And your principles, Lara, of relax, release, and receive, that serves me and my clients today. So when I carry out my franchisee training and the teacher training, I use those principles, and they're so simple and so powerful. And by teaching this to my teachers, I'm actually reminding myself, I'm practicing it every day. So I've got you to thank for.
That's so beautiful. And I remember one of the things that you wanted was more time, but more time with your husband, right?
That's right. Yes, because we both work really hard, and the harder I work, then the harder he works. So he's stuck at his computer, and I'm out teaching dance, teaching piano, trying to do this, that, and the other. And it just seemed strange that we weren't spending as much time together. Well, that's just perception. I just wanted more time. Um, and then I was kind of trying to calculate how much can we live on if you took a day off a week. So what I've learned is where my attention was in figuring things out, isn't where the answers lie. Am I making sense? So I was looking in one direction when actually the answers were in a different direction. So there I was thinking, how much can we how much more time will we have if you earn less money? Do we need to let go of his salary, a proportion of it, in order for him to work from home? Anyway, lockdown hit, and his boss, who would normally not let anybody work from home, and now has a new policy: people can work from home. Hurrah! So that kind of right itself. So we now can work 1 or 2 days at home, and we have a fantastic balance. And by creating more space in my life and having Friday afternoons free, and by just being more aware that space is important, we're taking more time out. We're having more holidays. We're having more self-care time. And I'm also able to say to him, um, let's have a few minutes together, because we get so passionate about our projects that we can be working away at the computer, or on Messenger or on Facebook. So I'm now more able to say, hey, we need more time. So it's just that awareness.
So I really see that your quality of life has improved. You're doing a lot more
Yeah,
self-care,
yeah,
which was quite revolutionary, wasn't it? Like, it was quite a big deal. I remember your kind of logical mind was a bit like, why must I do this?
yeah,
And you stopped and you kind of trusted the process, even though your mind didn't understand.
yeah,
And obviously there's, like, some of these results are quite simple, like having more tidy space or having more time with my husband, but the quality of life piece is huge. But something has started to birth, right? And this is what, again, might not be
mm,
so clear logically. It's like, why do we want clear space? And what is the value of space? What is the value of relaxing,
yeah,
release, so that you can receive? But what has kind of come with your business? Because you've got this big business
yeah,
vision and mission that was
yeah.
there, but it feels like that's blossomed more. Would you like to tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
your
So this
business?
is quite unexpected. So before I met Lara, or at the beginning of working with Lara, I was hanging on to this swing dance festival. I would organize a big festival every year, and people come from different countries, and we'll take over a large hotel, and we would dance, 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 and network. It was exciting, and I've done it for 13 years. And it felt like a huge achievement, but it wasn't profitable. And of course, everyone looks forward to the next year, and I put pressure on myself to carry on. So from working with Lara, I did the practice, and I listened more to my inner guidance, and the time came for me to realize this is not serving me anymore. It did at one point. It's not a bad thing to do. It's a wonderful thing to do, and I was able to let go of it. But I let go of it because I want to practice relax and release, but I didn't yet know what I would receive. So I made an announcement in January 2020, at the beginning of January 2020, when the event was held. And I made a speech in front of 400 people, and I said, "Thank you, everyone. This is the end." Well, that's a short version of the speech. And of course, everyone went, "What happened? Are you sick? What's?" No, I'm not sick. I'm healthy. And they said, "There must be a reason." I go, "No, I've listened to my inner guidance." and and everyone goes, "What's that?" I go, "Well, you need to check out Lara's book." So I let it go, and I didn't know what would replace it, you know. And everyone goes, "Something's bound. You're up to something." I go, "I don't know what I'm up to." That was January 2020, and every event had to shut down by March 2020. Every big event. And they go, "How did you know lockdown was coming?" I go, No, I didn't. So I was very fortunate, because normally I would do pre-sale at every event, and I would have a massive headache on my hands. But I let it go, and I simply said to everyone, it just felt that the time was right. And now, of course, with hindsight, everyone goes, "Well, you were very wise." I go, "No, I wasn't very wise. I just worked on the practices I've learned from Lara and from the members in the mastermind." So what did it birth? I thought I was overgiving. So during lockdown, And a couple of years after lockdown, I thought I was overgiving to my existing small group of licensees. And when I say overgiving, I mean free webinars, free trainings, which I started recording. And then gradually, I worked with a coach and realized, no, I no longer want to do this small thing that's just licensing my intellectual property. I've now birthed a franchise. And I realized it's not just my end participants, which are older women, that I'm so passionate about. So SwingFit is about leading dance and fitness and fun and friendship activities for older women. And I'm very passionate about it because I'm an older woman myself, and I think older women are not being served in that way enough. But now I've birthed a second group of people, second group of ideal clients that I'm passionate about. People who no longer find a purpose in their job, in their 9 to 5 job. And I used to be a school teacher, and long before I worked with Lara, but I didn't realize I was hanging on to the trauma. I didn't realize I was hanging on to the shadow of overworking to prove your worth. So I feel really passionate about working with this second group of ideal clients for my franchisees and helping them to still be able to feel like a teacher, but working in a much more positive and self-caring environment. So that's what that space has birthed.
That is amazing. And it's so exciting, right? So I call it your money mission, and your business actually wanted to grow and become something bigger. And you needed to clear the decks and make some space to allow the next space.
Yeah.
Actually, you started with the self-care. And it's
Yeah.
not very logical because you think, well, I can't afford to take it. I can't afford it. But you trusted and you listened and you were so brave because it doesn't make logical sense. But that wealthy wisdom within guided you to close an event for lots of reasons, but one, right? It was like almost like you were a psychic, but without realizing, right? This is our wealthy wisdom is actually going to help us navigate through life's changes. When we're on the front foot and listening ahead of time and not just reacting out of fear, it's profound, but it takes a lot of trust, right? It was a big deal for you to let go of that event. So you let go to let in. And just really modeling this so beautifully. And I really appreciate you taking time to come and share with us. I'm so excited about your next level of your business and franchising. It's very, very exciting. And also new level, new challenge, right? Learning.
Oh, this is another challenge, and the fear will come back. It's the fear of the unknown. It's always the unknown, and I want, results to hurry up. But I also teach music students, high-level music students who do university exams. And I see that in them every day, and I use the same principles. I go, you're afraid of the unknown, but unless we want to upgrade our fun and our adventure, we're not going to ever grow to have that. So now I realize my next adventure is going to bring me fear, but I also now have a different voice saying, that fear, I've seen you before, it's fine, hello, just stay over there.
Yes, amazing. Well done. Well done. And yeah, it's so exciting. Keep us posted about your new adventure. And thank you so much for taking the time to share your story. And yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, darling.
You're welcome. Thanks for all your comments, everybody.
Beautiful.